So friends, today we are going to start with our new chapter which is called stock market. Now we see that what is stock market. We have seen that many of the people are talking about stock markets as an avenue for investment. Why people are investing in stock markets? They are obviously getting high rate of return than what they are getting in bank saving accounts, bank FDs, or anywhere else where they invest. So obviously stock market has become an avenue, a lucrative avenue for many of the investors and traders to put their money into. So here we are going to discuss with the very basics of stock market. So what is stock market in layman's language? We can say the stock market refers to the collection of markets and exchanges where regular activities of buying, selling and issuance of shares of publicly held companies take place. Such financial activities are conducted through institutionalized formal exchanges or over-the-counter marketplaces, which operates under the defined set of regulations. There can be multiple stock trading venues in a country or a region, which allows transaction in stocks and other forms of securities. A stock market or equity market is a public entity for the trading of companies' stocks and derivatives at an agreed price. These are securities listed on the stock exchanges as well as those only traded privately. Now, when we see that once the people have invested their money in the primary market after the launch of an IPO, when a primary demat account holder gets his shares from IPO for the very first time, and when he wants to sell those shares, then obviously he has to get into stock exchange or secondary market. There only he can sell his shares. So what are the functions of the stock exchange? Here we are going to begin with the first one, which is called the economic barometer. A stock exchange is a solid barometer to gauge the economic circumstance of a country. A stock exchange is also known as pulse of the economy or economic mirror, which reflects the economic conditions of a country. It helps in pricing of securities, yes. The stock market helps to assess the securities on the basis of demand and supply factors. The securities of effective and growth-oriented organizations are estimated higher as there is more demand for such securities. It helps in safety of transactions. In the stock market, only the index securities are traded, and stock exchange authorities include the corporations named in the trade list only after verifying the soundness of the organization. The organizations which are listed also have a function within the stringent rules and regulations. This guarantees the security of dealing through the stock exchange. It helps in spreading of equity cult. Stock exchange urges people to invest in ownership securities by managing new issues, better trading practices, and by educating the people about investment. Stock exchange contributes to economic growth. In stock exchange, securities of various organizations are traded. This method of investment and reinvestment helps to invest in the most productive investment proposal, and this leads to capital structure and economic growth. It helps in providing scope for speculation. To assure liquidity and demand of supply of securities, the stock exchange allows healthy consideration of securities. Well, from after these functions, we come on to the services that are given by stock exchange to the investors. First service is it provides liquidity to the investment. Stock exchange provides liquidity, that is easy convertibility to cash, to investment in securities. An investor can sell his securities at any time because the ready market provided by the stock exchange is always there to provide marketability to his corporate securities. Next is it provides collateral value for two securities. Yes, stock exchange provides better value to securities as collateral for a loan. This facilitates borrowing from a bank against securities on easy terms. It offers opportunity to participate in the industrial growth. Yes, stock exchange provides capital for industrial growth. It enables an investor to participate in the industrial development of the country. Next, it estimates the worth of securities. Stock exchange provides facility of knowing the worth, that is true market value of investments, due to quotations, that is price list, and reports the published regularly reports by the exchange. This type of information guides investor as regards their future investment. In regards to their future investments, they can purchase or sell securities as per price trends, that is latest price value in the market. It facilitates quick selling of securities. Stock exchange enables companies to sell their securities easily and quickly. This is natural, as investor always prefer to invest money in the listed security. It facilitates fair pricing of listed security. The market price of listed securities tend to be slightly higher in relation to earning and property values. It creates goodwill and reputation. Yeah, this is the most important point. The stock exchange enhances the goodwill and reputation of the companies whose securities are listed. Listing acts as a character certificate given to a company. It gives a prestigious position to the company in the stock market. Now we move on to the listing procedure of securities in a stock exchange. The listing means the admission of securities of a company to trading on a stock exchange. Listing is not compulsory under the Companies Act. It became necessary when a public limited company desires to issue shares or debentures to the public. When securities are listed in a stock exchange, the company has to comply with the requirements of the exchange. What are the objectives of listing? The major objectives of listing are: first, to provide ready marketability and liquidity of a company's securities. Second, to provide free negotiability to stocks. Third, to protect shareholders and investors' interest. Fourth, to provide a mechanism for effective control and supervision of trading. What are the listing requirements? A company which desires to get its shares listed in stock exchange has to comply with the following requirement. First is, it has to get permission for the listing, and it should be provided for in the memorandum of association and article of association. Then the company should have issued for public subscription at least the minimum prescribed percentage of its share capital, that is 49%. The prospectus should contain necessary information with regard to the opening of subscription list, receipt of share application, etc. Then the allotment of shares should be done in a fair and reasonable manner. In case of oversubscription, the basis of allotment should be decided by the company in consultation with the recognized stock exchange where the shares are proposed to be listed. The company must enter into listing agreement with the stock exchange. The listing agreement contains the terms and conditions of listing. It also contains the disclosure that have to be made by the company on a continuous basis. What is organization structure of a stock exchange? First, we look into the constitution. It is an association of members, which may be a voluntary and a non-profit association or company listed by shares or guarantee. Who can be its member? Membership is must for transacting business, since non-members are not allowed to enter the stock exchange. Membership is strictly limited, that is, no one is allowed to be a member unless there is a vacancy. Membership is acquired outright by the payment of membership fee prescribed by the stock exchange. Now, looking on to the another aspect, which is management. The general administration of a stock exchange is administered by a committee of management and is called by different names in the different exchanges. The selected executive committee of different stock exchange carry on management of their day-to-day activities through subcommittees such as listing committee, defaulters committee, arbitration committee, etc. What are the nature of transaction? The two types of transaction, that is cash and forwards, are made in stock exchanges. Cash transaction is one which reveals the delivery of securities within a short period of time, which is settled by the payment of price. This type of transaction is also known as investment transaction, since it is based on bona fide intention of purchase and sale of securities. On the contrary, a forward transaction is one which reveals forward delivery, contracts and fixed settlement days. It is speculative transaction and the settlement is made by the payment of price differences. Now we move on to the laxities or defects of stock exchange. The first defect that we can talk of is lack of professionalism. Yes, the majority of stockbrokers lack professionalism. They lack proper education, business skills, infrastructure facilities, etc., which inhibits them to provide proper service to client. They are not able to guide and counsel their clients in the manner expected from them. Next could be the denomination of the domination of the financial institutions. Indian stock markets are dominated by few financial institutions. The UTI, LIC, GIC are the main players in Indian stock market. The buying and selling by these institutions sets the tone in the market. The market goes bullish if financial institutions start buying shares. On the other hand, it becomes bearish when they start selling them. Next is poor liquidity. Here, the Indian stock exchange suffer from poor liquidity. A small number of scrips are regularly traded on stock exchanges. Out of over 300 scrips, less than 500 scrips are generally traded, and even out of these, 90% volume of the trade confines to between 200 to 250 scrips. This means that other scripts have very low liquidity. Then there is domination by big operators. Some big operators influence the sentiments of stock exchange in India. In Bombay Stock Exchange, 3 to 4 operators used to call the shots. The case of Harshad Mehta is well known in India. He created bullish condition in Indian Stock Exchange in the first quarter of 1992, and BSE Sensex nearly doubled in a very short period. Next is less floating stocks. There is a scarcity of floating stocks in Indian stock market. The shares and debentures offered for sale are small portion of total stocks. The financial institution and joint stock companies, which control over 75% of the scrips, do not offer them for sale. Next is speculative trading. Yes, the trading in stock exchange is mainly speculative in nature. The operators try to derive benefits out of the short-term price fluctuations. At Bombay Stock Exchange, up to 5%, and at other exchanges, up to 10% transactions are genuine investments deals. The brokers try to create a sentiment in the market which will be beneficial to them. The genuine investor try to keep away from such markets. How to control these defects or laxities? Then we can see there are several stock market reforms that have been introduced over a period of time, and there are some that we are going to discuss right now. First is, after we saw that Finance Ministry was trying to regulate the financial markets before 1992 through Securities Contract Regulation Act, we saw that the scams of Harshad Mehta coming up and government finding it difficult to put a strong regulation in the market. Then the idea came off to establish an organization which could keep the regulatory work very meticulously, and the proposal of SEBI's existence came into as a proposal. So establishment of SEBI was done. The SEBI was set up with the fundamental objective to protect the interest of investors in securities market and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. Then increasing the merchant banking activities was done. It has provided a helping hand to the factors related to the capital market. They have worked very well as an intermediary and provided not only regulatory help, but also the smooth functioning as an intermediary. They have done a very fabulous work. Then growing mutual fund industry. The growing of mutual fund in India has certainly helped the capital market to grow. Public sector banks, foreign banks, financial institutions and joint mutual funds between the Indian and foreign firms have launched many new funds, and these funds are obviously providing a cushion to the Indian stock market investors and traders to invest. Then investors protection. For the investor protection, the SEBI has started working in educating and guiding investors. It is trying continuously to protect the interest of small investors from frauds and malpractices which are prevailing in the capital market. So we have seen that here stock market has been whatever we have seen is right now, till now we have seen the overview of stock market, what are the functions, what are the laxities, how it can be how government has taken initiative to control these laxities and effects of the stock market. And there is a lot more to know about stock market beyond this. So we will have a detailed discussion on stock market in a different video that we're going to see. Here are additional readings, references for additional study and reading for you, for all of you, and you carry on. And please, if you have any queries, you can contact me through my mail. Thank you so very much.